Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everybody? This is the official state of the WWE right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Turner, and we are going to get into a lot of great discussions. ESPN, WWE, Finn Balor. He got booted out of the Judgment Day. We're going to talk about Roman Reigns, CM Punk. It's going to be a great video for you guys. Tap in, spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss any upcoming videos. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JTTakeover. Let's get it going. Let's drop that intro, and let's get to work. We got a lot to talk about.
Welcome to... You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover. What is your name? With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always going to keep it real. Come on, King. Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear.
He's got the fans behind him, King. It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready?
He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Wrestling Takeover podcast. This is the most creative and honest podcast in the wrestling space. We keep it real 24/7, 365 days a year, talking all things WWE. Again, I'm your host, Jordan Turner, and we are going to get into a lot of great discussion. All right, we're going to kick things off with ESPN, WWE. I recently just found this out before I finished taking my notes down and before I press record. So I decided to know what. Let's start off with this. This is a very laughable, I would say, very laughable, very sad report here. So ESPN has reportedly put a stop to letter grades in its reviews of WWE pay-per-views after pushback from WWE. So they will no longer be giving out grades to WWE's pay-per-views going forward. There's not going to be any grades for WrestleMania. No more grades from ESPN grading the WWE product. And I want to start things off here by saying this. What I do on here on YouTube or wherever you're listening, I give my real, honest, and authentic opinions about the state of the WWE product each and every week. Okay? Rather it's good or bad, I give my opinion, and that's it. I keep it moving. I feel like we live in a time in the world of WWE where if you're honest, if you're real with your opinions, even if you're not being disrespectful, even if you're not calling out the pro wrestlers or anything like that, but you're just honest with what you're watching, okay? And you're giving your opinion on your platforms, and people like it, people respect it because you're being real. And then we got companies like WWE who might not like that type of honesty. They like to, and this is just all wrestling promotions, they like to pick and choose when they want that honesty and when they don't want that honesty. You see, for me, I keep it real 24/7. Okay? And I feel like we live in a community where you don't want people stepping on toes and anything like that. I understand that. That's fine. You have an image to uphold. I get it. But my thing is, WWE should have known that ESPN was going to do this type of thing. This wasn't a surprise to anybody when ESPN first put out their grade for WrestlePalooza. I believe it was a C- or a C. And people went crazy. People went crazy after finding out that grade, right? There was reports, this and that, of people in ESPN giving their real opinion. You're hiring people to cover the WWE product. So they want to take it upon themselves to give their opinion, their expertise, their pretty much their grade on the pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown, NXT, whatever it is. This report shows that WWE is very sensitive. And from one vantage point, I understand. This is your line of work. If you're a writer or if you're a pro wrestler, right? You don't want people degrading your work. I totally get that. So from that perspective, I agree. I wouldn't want nobody critiquing my work, the blood, sweat that I put into this podcast each and every week and on social media, right? For my TikToks and my videos, I don't want anybody really degrading myself. You feel me? But at the same time, people are entitled to feel how they feel. They're entitled to give their opinion. Whether you like it or not, they're entitled to feel it, right? And ESPN was giving their grades out. They were continuing to give their grades out. And I had a feeling that this was going to happen. And this is why I'm not surprised and why I'm not going over the edge and going crazy. And there's no need to. There's no reason to do that. WWE is sensitive, and that people are going to take that as a negative and make fun of WWE, woo-de-woo, whatever. I get it. I do. But are they sensitive? Yes, they are. Are pro wrestlers sensitive? Yes, they are. Are writers sensitive? Yes, they are. I love Triple H, but is he sensitive? Yes, he is. People in the pro wrestling industry are very sensitive, and I understand that. Like I said, this is your line of work. You're putting in the work, you're putting it in, and you're getting wrestling fans giving their critique on the storyline or the match. You botched here and there. They're going to call you out for it. It's so crazy. We live in a time where WWE and other wrestling promotions, AEW, they shit on the fan base. They make fun of us, right? They call us out. We're geeks. We don't know what we're talking about. You guys try to act smart when you're not smart. No, I'm smart. I'm very intelligent. I'm very knowledgeable. My ideas, I have them. I know what I'm talking about. That might be a little too arrogant for some, but listen, when you're doing this and you're in this space, you got to have that confidence. I bring the respect factor because I want to be respected in this business. I want to be respected in this community like I respect other people. But don't get the game twisted. I'm definitely good at what I do. But I'm taking the respect approach. WWE needs to understand that WWE fans are going to give their authentic opinion, whether you like it or not. And you censoring them, it's not gonna work in your favor. You censoring ESPN, I don't know if long term that's a good idea. Now, I already know that they have a rocky relationship, ESPN and WWE. It's not really good right now. Ticket sales are included in that. But you're censoring people who cover your show and get paid to cover your show. You're censoring them. It's not a good look. That's my opinion. I'm curious to know how you guys feel, if you guys agree with me, or maybe you guys disagree. If you guys disagree, that's fine. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this specific topic. You can't be real no more, man, and it sucks. It sucks. I get it. It's your line of work. You're putting the blood, sweat, and tears. But baby, trust me, I'm always gonna be here. I'm always gonna be on social media, on my platforms, giving my opinion. The good, the bad, the ugly. Y'all don't want to deal with us when we give you the negative. Constructive criticism. That's the difference. You got people who are just straight negatives. They just want to be negative. It is what it is. That's how they rock, and that's how they moving. See, I'm moving a different lane. I'm moving a lane where I will give you the positives. But baby, trust me, best believe I'm going to give you the negatives as well in a respectful manner. But I'm going to give you the negatives. Simple. If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. It's just that simple. So that report, I'm not surprised. It is what it is. I wonder what ESPN is thinking. But yeah, it is what it is. If any new developments happen, I'll be sure to let y'all know. Let's get into women wrestling. Let's get into the ladies, man. This was very fascinating, this report, and this got my mind racing immediately out of the gate. So there have been creative pitches for 6 matches at WrestleMania across 2 nights. 5 of those matches are pretty firmly planned, with another being discussed. This is coming from WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select. Let's get into this topic. Let's get into this portion of the podcast. If you guys are enjoying what you guys are hearing, I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. And thank you for continuing to support, what I do. Okay, so we got to talk about this because there is a lot of talk going on, right, in regards to the women and WrestleMania and what matches are going to happen and what matches are not going to happen. We know that Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley is going to happen. We know that Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer is going to happen at WrestleMania. So we know both of those matches are going to happen. We don't know any other matches. And I also seen a report. I don't have it here, but I know I seen it yesterday, talking about how there's going to be between 14 and 16 matches on WrestleMania. Let me start there. You need to put the best of the best matches on WrestleMania. You need to put matches together that quantify WrestleMania. And I understand that we're probably going to get a lot of multi-women and multi-man matches because WWE wants to put everybody on the card. They don't want to feel bad. It is what it is. I just have accepted it over the past couple years because I've been originally on the mindset that you need to put the best quality matches. Not everybody deserves to be on WrestleMania. I genuinely feel that way, and I will forever feel that way, respectfully. But that's not how WWE thinks. They're not thinking like that. They want to put everybody on the card. I understand that. I really do. And it is what it is. I just got to accept it. It's cool. But 14 to 16 matches rumored to be taking place at WrestleMania. It is what it is. I understand why they're doing it. It's cool. But 6 matches for the women. 6 women's matches at WrestleMania across 2 nights. We got to talk about the potential matches. Like I said, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer, and Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. Okay. So what about these other matches? I'm just spitballing. All right. I don't know anything. I don't have any sources or anything like that. I'm just talking regarding this a particular topic. So outside of those 2 matches, the women's tag team championships, how is that going to get sorted out? I honestly feel like we're going to get like a ladder match of some sort with the women, with Lash Legend Nia Jax, right? Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. That's 2 teams. Asuka and Kairi Sane potentially. That's 3 teams right there, right? Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. If Roxanne Perez is able to come back in time, that's another team. And the Bella Twins as well, too, can potentially be added. So I don't know. I know the Bella Twins will have some sort of role there. I just don't know if it's going to be a normal tag team match or multi-women match for the women's tag team titles. And I mean, I'm cool with it. It's fine. Like, again, you want to get everybody on the card. A Bayley, Lyra, Valkyria, they deserve to be in that mix as well. So you have plenty of options for the women's tag team title match and the tag team championships. In what match are we going to get? Are we going to get a multi-women match, or are we going to get a traditional tag team match? Me personally, I would do a multi-women match for the tag team titles. But that's just me. That's just me. That's my opinion. You guys might think differently. So we got that match to be included. I don't want to rant here, but I just want to give you guys my opinion on this. So, the disrespect of Julia. For the life of me, I really don't understand. Is WWE a fan of Julia? Like, I'm really starting to think that they're not a fan of Julia, because the way that they are positioning Julia in the United States Championship. Now, speaking of that, there are rumors. I have it right here. There were reports going around that the plan for the Women's United States Championship was supposed to be a triple threat match between Julia, Jordynne Grace, and Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania for the Women's United States Championship. I honestly would have been okay with that. But that's not going to happen now because Jordynne Grace is now hurt. Let me tell you something. They're going to get Tiffany Stratton on that show. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to get Tiffany Stratton on the show. And to be honest, the best course of action is to do one or two matches. Either Julia versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's United States Championship, or Julia versus Kiana James for the Women's United States Championship. And Kiana James goes on her own. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. I honestly don't think WWE is as high on Julia as we the fans are. And I'm saying we the fans as a people who do see the value in Julia, who do see the star power in Julia. I see it. I know plenty of people who are listening. You guys see it as well. I just don't think WWE sees what we see. And we see things differently. I know fans see things differently too. But in regards to the fans and what WWE sees, we just see things differently than what WWE sees. It is what it is. Is it frustrating? It absolutely is frustrating. It is what it is. But I don't think they see Julia as a megastar like myself and you guys who are listening. They see that in Kiana James. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking love Kiana James. I really, really do. She is a superstar. The future is real bright. But the thing is, if they do Julia versus Kiana James, it's not really going to mean as much of a big deal as the women's intercontinental title match will be at WrestleMania. They just have not put in a lot of attention and value into the Women's United States Championship like they've done with the Women's Intercontinental title. That sucks. That annoys me. That pisses me off. It is what it is. WWE needs to do better with Julia. She needs to be at WrestleMania. She needs to defend her championship. And by the way, no, I do not want to see Julia and Kiana James as a tag team going after the women's tag team titles. If you do that, WWE, if you do that, you are devaluing the Women's United States Championship, and you are devaluing Julia. Don't do that. Julia needs to defend her title like AJ Lee is going to defend her title at WrestleMania. You're putting the Women's Intercontinental title above the Women's United States Championship. I get it, but you need to show the same respect that you do with the IC title to the United States Championship. And again, I just feel WWE isn't as high on Julia as some of us fans really are for her. Julia versus Tiffany Stratton for the Women's United States Championship might be the best bet. So they need to come up with the storyline with Tiffany Stratton and Julia. Is that WrestleMania worthy? No, it's not. It's really not. But the thing is, if you're going to have the Women's Intercontinental title be defended, you need to have the Women's United States Championship defended as well, my nigga. Like, you cannot do that. They can do whatever they want, but from a visual perspective, that's just not going to be a good look for the Women's United States Championship. So Julia needs to defend the title some way, somehow at WrestleMania. So you got that match. You got the women's tag team match for the tag team titles. You got Stephanie Valkyrie and Liv Morgan. You got Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. WWE needs to give us Io Sky versus Asuka at WrestleMania. I'm nervous for Io Sky. I'm going to tell you right now. If Io Sky is not in a high-profile match at WrestleMania, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. You don't do that to Io. Io isn't just a regular women's wrestler in WWE. No, she's not. Okay? She needs to get the same amount of love and respect that Rhea Ripley is getting from WWE Creative. Do not do Io dirty like that, bro. She better be at WrestleMania. And she better be in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. Fuck it. If you want to do a women's intercontinental title ladder match of sorts with Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Io, that's 5 women right there. If you want to add somebody else, add someone. Asuka. You can do Asuka, Io, Bayley, Roxanne Perez you can add. So you can do something with the women's intercontinental title. But I feel we're going to get Becky Lynch and AJ Lee again at WrestleMania. I do feel we're going to get that. And if so, it needs to be some sort of stipulation match. But I'm just nervous for Io. She needs to be in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. And maybe a match with Asuka would do wonders. We were supposed to get that, and we didn't get it. We need to get that match. And then the next step is Io Sky and Julia. That's next on the bucket list. Let's get Asuka and Io. Let's let them do their thing. And then we get Julia and Io later in the year. I swear to God, bro. Io better be in a high-profile match. She better be in a high-profile match. From what it seems, it seems to me that WWE doesn't know what they're doing. That they just come up with plans out of the blue. Like, yo, I just feel like it shouldn't be this hard, bro. It really shouldn't be this hard to come up with concrete WrestleMania plans and put them to action. Speaking of putting them to action, and speaking of WrestleMania plans, let's get into Finn Balor. Finn Balor, he got kicked out of Judgment Day. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord, man. Thank God he got kicked out. This needed to happen. Long overdue. Long overdue. It's clear we're going to get Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio 1v1 WrestleMania. I thought we were going to get it for the Intercontinental title, but it don't look like we're going to do that. Penta, you might defend the title. I don't know who he's going to defend it against at WrestleMania. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Hopefully, he's in a high-profile match at WrestleMania, a ladder match or a multi-man match, fatal four-way or whatever for the IC title. I think we'll do a Penta and the title a huge disservice. Or a huge positive. I'm sorry. A huge positive disservice. That's a negative. Finn Balor. Finn Balor, I believe, will be returning back to the Demon at WrestleMania against Dominic Mysterio. Finn Balor got kicked out. Finn Balor got embarrassed He's going to bring that demon in. He's going to beat the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. This needs to lead to the demon coming back at WrestleMania and having that crazy entrance. If not, and we just get Finn Balor being Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, I mean, the feud makes sense, but I don't know. We need that demon, and I hope we get it. Triple H. Come on, man. So we'll see. I'm excited for this match. I'm very happy that the Judgment Day thing is over with Finn Balor. We need Finn Balor as a babyface in 2026, and we need him to be taken as a serious threat. Okay? For the world title, whatever. He needs to get that babyface treatment, and I hope he does. Let's see what WWE is going to do with it. Demon, WrestleMania, against Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, if we don't get that, I'm going to be very disappointed. But we'll see what it is. Let's get into the next topic right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying what you guys are hearing. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, youtube.com/JT Takeover. Subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment on what you guys think on the state of the WWE. Let's get into Randy Orton. Let's get into the Viper. Let's get into the Apex Predator. Now listen, I know people are still upset, still crying, still bitching about Cody Rhodes winning the championship and people going crazy. Listen, I understand, people being upset and, they're sick of Cody Rhodes and they're tired of Cody Rhodes and why does Cody Rhodes need to win the championship again? Wooty-woo. It is what it is. I'm annoyed too. I really am. But it is what it is. Randy Orton. Randy Orton better win the WWE Championship. Randy Orton better win the WWE Championship at WrestleMania to close night one. Tell you that right now. If we get to WrestleMania and Randy Orton does not win the WWE Championship, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be annoyed. Listen, he's trying to break that record. He's trying to break that record, bruh. I think he will. I think he'll win the title. And I think this needs to start the eventual heel turn from Cody Rhodes. I think this needs to be the eventual heel turn for Cody Rhodes. You can do a couple things. You could either turn him heel immediately after the match. Randy Orton shakes his hand, respect, and we leave night one of WrestleMania with Cody Rhodes turning heel to close night one of WrestleMania. We'll see. What if Cody Rhodes retains? I would have Randy Orton turn heel out of frustration, and that's what I would do to close night one of WrestleMania. So one of them would turn heel to end night one. I think we need something like that to happen. Will it happen? Unlikely. Which one would I go with? Cody Rhodes turning heel. And then I would have Cody Rhodes next night or on Friday cut a ruthless promo on the fans and the whole WWE. Randy Orton needs to win that match. And I know people were talking about, Cody Rhodes is playing politics. And listen, every top guy plays politics, bro. I seen the other rumor too about Rhea Ripley playing politics. Listen, I believe it. They probably were. It is what it is. Cody Rhodes always wanted to fight Randy Orton at WrestleMania. So politic, it is what it is. Nobody should be surprised about that, really. Nobody should be surprised. Now, they have the rich history. And so is WWE going to give us that angle that we desperately need with this feud? Not going to lie. I would have, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. I would have Randy Orton disrespect the fuck out of Cody Rhodes on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. You need to do something. Be disrespectful. Do the promos that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are doing with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. We need something like that. So I hope we get that. We need this feud to be taken to the next level. I want the Viper. I want the Apex Predator. That's what I want. And I want that ruthless Cody Rhodes that wants his title, to stay with him. And if he has to go to Randy Orton to do that, he'll go through Randy Orton. I hope you don't. I hope you lose. Randy Orton needs to win that. But I'm really interested to how the feud is going to eventually start this Friday. So let's see what WWE does. But the right decision needs to be Randy Orton winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania Night 1 main event. Let's end it with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. The Masked Man angle, listen, I'll just quickly talk about that, and then I'm going to move on to the Roman Reigns stuff. The Masked Man angle with Seth Rollins is cringe. Paul Heyman got written out off television. I think he needed a break. This angle is whack as hell. You feel me? This shit is whack, nigga. This shit is whack. Okay? It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's lame. I don't know what Rollins is doing at WrestleMania. I really don't. A match with Logan Paul. And to be honest, this is going to hurt. I don't really care what Rollins does. If it's not Braun Breaker, I don't care what Rollins does at WrestleMania, man. I really don't. I hope, for his sake, Braun Breaker comes back. I hope for his sake that Braun Breaker comes back, returns, attacks Rollins. They do their thing. And we get this match at WrestleMania because I was really looking forward to Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. This could have been a real defining match for Braun Breaker at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins, who made himself at WrestleMania, who puts on classics every year at WrestleMania. Hopefully Braun Breaker comes back. But this Masked Man shit, it ain't it, bro. It ain't it. Let's get into Roman Reigns. Let's end the podcast with Roman Reigns and CM Punk again. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these conversations, these topics. And again, continue to show love to the Wrestling Takeover podcast by subscribing and spreading the word. Thank you. Roman Reigns is going to return this Monday. That promo that CM Punk cut on the Usos and then got his ass beat for his troubles. I'm going to just say this. Roman Reigns, and I pitched this on Twitter if you guys want to go follow me, at JT Takeover. But I pitched this on Twitter. This is not going to happen because I don't think WWE would do something like this. But I need that ruthless, narcissistic, vended, fucking just mafia boss Roman Reigns, bro. The way he would belittle Jey Uso, I need that Roman Reigns next Monday. Wearing all black, looking to get the smoke. I would have an interaction between AJ Lee and Roman Reigns. I'm dead ass. I'm not fucking around. You need to go to the depths, bruh. Because of what CM Punk said, you got me fucked up. If you think I'm a lollygag and just cut a motherfucking promo, bro. Nah, we ain't doing that. You feel me? We ain't doing that shit. I'm going to be ruthless as fuck, bro. 09 Randy Orton to the max if I'm Roman Reigns. The way CM Punk was talking about his father. Crazy, bro. And then he got his ass beat by the Usos on Monday Night Raw, man. That was last night. That was funny. But this feud has been great. This feud has been really, really enjoyable. And I'm going to be real with y'all. This is carrying WrestleMania. I'm going to be real. Y'all know I'm right. This is carrying WrestleMania, bro. Sorry. It's my opinion. But Roman Reigns, listen, people. I see y'all on social media. Y'all getting ready. Y'all anger. is already going to a mess. I'm telling you now. The closing, the night 2 of WrestleMania is going to be Roman Reigns winning the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry. He's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. WWE, in their mind, is like, you know what? All right, we tired of this shit. We've been having Roman Reigns face just, wrestlers here and there, whoop-de-whoop, whatever, not being in the world title match for plenty of years now. We're going to put that boy right into the world title scene. His first time back in the world title scene, and you think that nigga not going to win? Come on, bro. You know that's going to happen. CM Punk is going to lose night 2, WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is going to win the match. I would be shocked if Roman Reigns does not win. Now, ego-wise, I don't know who's going to eat the pen there. The little egos is going to be crazy. But one of them will be professional, and we'll see what we get. But Roman Reigns, listen, you got to get disrespectful. You got to get disrespectful. And I think adding AJ Lee a little bit to this, it will create some buzz. You want to create some heat? You want to create some buzz, bro? Add AJ Lee to this. And we're going to get things crunking, bro. I hope that's what happens. I don't think that's going to happen. But if it was me and if I had the creative pen, I would have a segment with Roman Reigns and AJ Lee. You got to get underneath CM Punk's skin at some point. Drew McIntyre did it. Why can't Roman Reigns? We'll see what happens. But I'm very, very excited for this match. This is one of the biggest matches in recent memory for WWE, and I really can't wait for it. It's one of the biggest matches that they can do right now, and one of the biggest matches that they have going right now heading into WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and Roman Reigns and CM Punk are, in terms of match and box office, these two matches are carrying WrestleMania. In terms of story, Roman Reigns and CM Punk so far are carrying WrestleMania. We need to see Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes get on the bus and start going and start driving with Roman Reigns and CM Punk and carrying WrestleMania as well too. So we'll see what happens. But you guys, let me know what you guys think about everything today. All the conversations that I had today. Hopefully you guys enjoy all of the topics. Thank you guys so much for the continued love and support. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for just showing love. If you guys enjoy what you hear, listen, press that subscribe button on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/JTTakeover. Turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss any upcoming videos. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast, the most creative and honest podcast in the wrestling space.